You may think you're doing something healthy like drinking water before bed, but what if I told you this simple habit could be silently harming your sleep and even increasing your risk of a stroke? Every night, thousands of seniors across India and the US wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. to urinate. But behind this small disruption could be a bigger danger waiting quietly. I'm a senior urologist, and I've seen far too many elders suffer because they didn't know this one thing: when you drink water matters just as much as how much. You see, drinking large amounts of water, especially after sunset, may seem harmless. But as we age, our kidneys and bladder become more sensitive. This forces the body to wake up at night, interrupting sleep, raising blood pressure, and in some cases, increasing the risk of a nighttime stroke. Today, I'll explain how to drink water the right way so you can sleep peacefully through the night and protect your heart and brain. But first, I'd love to know, where are you watching this video from and what time is it right now? Please share with me in the comments below. And if you care about healthy aging, kindly subscribe to this channel so you never miss a tip that could change your life. After the age of 60, many seniors in India begin to notice something very subtle but very real. You lie down to sleep at night believing the body will rest, but before long, you feel the urge again. Even though you drank only 1 glass of water with dinner, your bladder wakes you up at 2 a.m. You wonder if this is just old age, or perhaps your kidneys have become weak. But let me tell you something important. This is not weakness. This is how the body gently changes with time. And when we understand those changes, we can learn how to adjust without fear. You see, after the age of 55 or 60, the body begins to produce less of a hormone called vasopressin. This hormone tells the kidneys to slow down urine production during sleep. When vasopressin levels drop, the kidneys continue filtering fluids even at night, just as they do in the daytime. So even if you are resting, your body is still producing urine, slowly filling the bladder while you try to sleep. And that is not all. The bladder itself becomes more sensitive with age. In your younger years, it could easily hold 400 to 500 milliliters before sending a signal to the brain. But now, even when just 150 milliliters, about half a glass, have collected, the bladder sends a message saying, "Wake up." And once that signal reaches the brain, your sleep is disturbed, even if the urge was small. At the same time, the kidneys begin to slow down too. This is not a disease. It is just nature. The filtering process becomes less efficient, so even if you drink the same amount of water, the body takes longer to process it. That means fluids can stay in the body longer, especially in the evening, and quietly make their way to the bladder during the night. Let me tell you about Mohanji from Hyderabad. He is 68, and for many years he believed that waking up twice every night was just part of aging. He tried reducing water-taking sleeping pills, even using herbal remedies, but nothing worked. He used to say, "Maybe this is just how life is now." But then he met a urologist who explained what you are learning today. That it is not about drinking too much or being unwell. It is about when and how you drink and how the body responds as you grow older. Mohanji made just a few changes. He started drinking more water in the morning and avoided sipping anything after 6:30 p.m. Within 2 weeks, he was sleeping 5 to 6 hours without interruption, something he hadn't experienced in years. He told me, "I thought my body had forgotten how to rest. But now I see it was just asking me to listen." So if you too are waking up often at night, please do not feel helpless. Your body is not broken. It is simply different now, and it still wants to help you. Dear elder, sometimes we follow habits with the best of intentions, thinking they're good for our body because we've always done them that way. But as the body grows older, what once felt harmless may slowly become the reason we're not sleeping well or waking up 2 to 3 times every night. Today, let us gently look at 5 common water habits many seniors across India follow, often unknowingly, and how they may be affecting your sleep and health. Let us begin with the first one. 1. Drinking too much water after 6 or 7 p.m. It's evening time. You have finished dinner, sat with your family, watched the news, and then remembered, I haven't had enough water today. So you drink 1 full glass, sometimes 2, just to catch up. It feels like a healthy choice. But in truth, this is one of the quiet reasons your sleep is getting disturbed. After 6 p.m., the body naturally starts slowing down. The kidneys begin to rest just like the rest of you. But if we suddenly give the body too much water at this time, the kidneys are forced to keep working through the night. They keep filtering. The bladder keeps filling. And just when your sleep becomes deep, your body wakes you up. Instead of forcing water in the evening, focus on drinking enough during the first part of the day. Between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. is the golden time. After that, let the body prepare for peace. 2. Drinking tea, haldi milk or rasam late at night. Many elders feel comfort in a warm drink at night, maybe a cup of ginger chai at 9 p.m., maybe a small bowl of rasam, or haldi milk before sleep because someone said it helps. Yes, these are traditional and sometimes helpful. But we forget one thing. All of them are fluids. They may feel light, but they still enter the body as liquid. And after 60, your bladder is far more sensitive than before. Even a small half cup of warm liquid can trigger the need to urinate, especially during light sleep. Also, some drinks like tea or masala chai are mild diuretics. They tell your kidneys to make more urine. So instead of calming you down, they silently make your body more active when it should be resting. If you enjoy these drinks, try having them before 6:30 p.m. That way, your body still benefits, but your bladder stays calm when the lights go out. 3. Going to the toilet just in case before sleeping. This one is very common. So many elders go to the washroom before bed even when they don't feel any real urge. They say, let me empty the bladder just in case I wake up at night. It feels responsible. But science says otherwise. When you keep going to the toilet without need, your bladder begins to learn a wrong habit. It starts thinking that even small amounts of urine, 100 or 150 milliliter, are enough to feel full. The nerves become overtrained. They send false alarms. And soon you find yourself waking up even when there's barely anything inside. This is called bladder overtraining, and it is far more common in older adults than we think. So here's a small change. Only visit the toilet when there's a real urge. Even at night, pause for a moment. Breathe. Ask yourself gently, do I really feel full? Over time, your bladder will learn again and your sleep will thank you. Fifth, drinking very little water during the day and too much in the evening. Life gets busy even for seniors. Between prayers, helping grandchildren, phone calls, or simply sitting quietly, we forget to drink water during the day. And by evening, the thirst suddenly hits. So we start drinking glass after glass, thinking we are fixing the problem. But in reality, we are shifting the pressure to the wrong time. You see, when you drink too little during the first half of the day, your body becomes mildly dehydrated. By evening, the blood thickens slightly. the kidneys get stressed. And when you finally drink in the evening, the kidneys release a burst of urine, often during sleep. So the better choice is to sip slowly from morning itself. Start your day with 1 glass, another before breakfast, a few more before and after lunch. By 4 p.m., you should have finished 70 to 80% of your day's water. After that, only drink if you feel truly thirsty. 5. Drinking chilled or cold water in the evening. In many Indian homes, a glass of cold water from the fridge is still considered refreshing, especially after coming in from the sun or walking upstairs. But after 60, the body no longer responds to cold the way it once did. Cold water can irritate the bladder lining, especially in older adults. It makes the nerves more sensitive, the bladder tighter, and increases the urge to go, even if you've had only a little. Not only that, cold water also slows down digestion, making the belly feel heavy and the sleep more broken. So in the evenings, switch to room temperature or slightly warm water. Just this small change can bring a surprising calmness to your system. Let me share the story of Sushila Maji from Pune. She is 72 years old, a retired school teacher, and a proud grandmother of 5. For nearly 2 years, she suffered from disturbed sleep. Every night at 2:30 a.m., she would wake up not with pain, but with that familiar urge. She believed it was just age and began drinking less water. But nothing changed until one evening during a small health session, she heard me explain about late-night fluids. She realized something simple. She was drinking her ginger tea at 9 p.m. It was her comfort, her routine. But that comfort was quietly disturbing her rest. So she made one small shift. She moved her tea to 6 p.m., drank only 2 sips of warm water before bed. Within 5 days, she was sleeping for 5 to 6 hours without interruption. She looked at me and said, "I never knew water could behave like this." And I smiled because she had listened and her body responded. So, dear elder, these are not big mistakes. They are small habits followed with good intentions but without knowing how the body has changed. And now that you know, you don't need to fear. You simply need to adjust gently, wisely, and with love. Because your body still remembers how to sleep. It just needs your help to begin again. Dear elder, as we grow older, our body begins to speak to us in new ways. Not through pain or sickness, but through small signals like waking up at night, feeling tired in the morning, or needing the toilet too often after sunset. And one of the most overlooked reasons behind these problems is not what you drink, but when you drink. Let us talk today about the right way to drink water after 60, not just the total amount, but the timing that suits your body's changing rhythm. Because when the rhythm is right, sleep becomes deep, mornings feel lighter, and the body begins to heal naturally. You do not need to stop drinking water. You only need to shift it to the right part of the day. Let us begin with the golden window from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is when your body is most active. Your heart is pumping well. Your kidneys are filtering efficiently, and your digestion is at its strongest. This is also the time when your body can handle larger amounts of water without overloading your bladder later at night. That's why we say try to drink 70 to 80% of your daily water intake before 4 p.m. How do you do that? Start your day with a glass of water soon after waking, even before tea. Then have another one mid-morning between breakfast and lunch. At lunchtime, drink a full glass slowly. And again, mid-afternoon, maybe around 3 p.m., sip one more. This way, you're spreading your water gently and your body gets time to process and release it during the daylight hours. It reduces bloating, supports digestion, keeps your bladder empty before sunset, and most importantly, helps prevent nighttime urination. Now let us move to the second window from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is when the body is beginning to slow down. You are no longer moving as much and your kidneys are preparing to rest. But it's still okay to drink water in moderation. If you feel thirsty, take small sips only, not full glasses, not large gulps. Just gentle sips like you would from a spoon to satisfy thirst without burdening the bladder. Avoid drinking tea soup or haldi milk during this time if possible. If you must take them earlier, around 5 or 5:30 p.m., and ensure you do not add extra water afterward. This window is about dimming the body systems like you dim the lights before going to sleep. Prepare the bladder for rest by reducing how much fluid enters after 5 p.m. Now comes the most critical part after 7:30 p.m. At this time, unless your doctor has advised otherwise, do not drink more than 150 milliliters of water. That's about one small steel glass, just enough if you feel dry or need to swallow medicine. You may ask, what if I take tablets at night? Yes, many elders take pills for blood pressure, diabetes, or joint pain after dinner. That's completely fine, but remember, only take enough water to swallow your medicine. Usually, 1-2 sips are enough. Avoid taking a full glass even if it feels like a habit. And if you still feel thirsty late in the night, don't panic. This is common, especially in warmer places or during humid weather. But again, don't reach for a big glass. Instead, keep a small spoon or katori by your bedside. Take 1 or 2 teaspoons of warm or room temperature water. Wait a few minutes. Most of the time, the thirst settles. This is about training your bladder gently but consistently to stay calm through the night. And with practice, it will. Now let me tell you about Uncle Romesh from Nagpur. He is 70 years old, a retired railway officer, and a lover of tulsi chai and evening walks. For years, he believed that drinking more water at night would help him flush the system and stay healthy. So between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., he would drink almost 1 liter of water thinking it would detox the body overnight. But instead, he paid the price with broken sleep. He would wake up at 12:30, then again at 3 a.m., and once more just before sunrise. Each time he got up, his legs felt heavier, his eyes dry, his breath shallow. His mornings were dull. He stopped enjoying his morning paper, and his walks became slower. He thought it was age. But it wasn't. It was his timing. When we sat down together, I explained what I am sharing with you now. He was surprised, but open to trying. He shifted 70% of his water to the morning and early afternoon. He drank only 1 small glass at 6:30 p.m. and nothing after that, just 2 sips with his blood pressure tablet at night. Within 1 week, he started sleeping through from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. No toilet breaks, no leg heaviness, no foggy mornings. He looked at me with a smile and said, I thought my kidneys were failing. Turns out they just needed me to listen. And that is what I tell all my patients and you. Dear elder, your body has not forgotten how to rest. It simply needs the right rhythm to follow. And water, when taken at the right time, becomes your friend, not your enemy. So starting tomorrow, try this gentle schedule. Sip more in the sunlight, sip less as the sky darkens, and give your kidneys the peace they deserve. Because restful sleep does not start with medicine. It starts with the moment you decide to drink water wisely and with care. When we sit down for dinner, especially in Indian homes, it is not just about filling the stomach, it is about comfort, family, and routine. But as we grow older, even the most familiar foods can quietly affect our sleep, especially if eaten at the wrong time. Today, let us talk gently about some common evening foods that may be causing you to wake up at night without you even realizing why. Let's start with what many people believe are light options: rasam soup and thin dal. These may seem easy to digest, and they are especially when hot and spiced just right. But we forget that they are still full of water. When taken close to bedtime, they slowly fill the bladder without much warning. You may not feel it immediately, but by 1 or 2 a.m. your body will gently nudge you awake. Now think about green tea, masala chai, or haldi milk. For many, these are part of the bedtime ritual. A warm drink before sleep can feel calming, but these drinks act as mild diuretics. That means they signal your kidneys to make more urine just when your body should be slowing down. It feels like relaxation, but inside it creates a cycle that disturbs your rest. Fruits are often seen as healthy and refreshing, and they are when taken at the right time. But watery or acidic fruits like watermelon, orange grapes, or raw tomato slices can be tricky after sunset. These fruits are high in fluid, and their acids can irritate a sensitive bladder. If eaten in the evening, especially after dinner, they can cause sudden urges to urinate within a few hours. That's why we always advise enjoy these fruits before 5 p.m., when your body is more active and ready to process them. And then we come to the flavorful side of our meals, salty items like papad pickles and spicy curries. These foods may not contain water, but they create thirst. And that thirst leads to extra glasses of water after dinner, sometimes even right before bed. You think you're just washing down the spice, but your bladder ends up paying the price during the night? Let me tell you about Rajesh ji from Ahmedabad, 68 years old and a retired LIC officer. For years, he ate a big raw salad every night, cucumber, tomato, and lemon. He believed he was being healthy, but he would wake up twice or more each night wondering what was wrong. When he switched to steamed vegetables and began eating a salad at lunch instead of dinner, the results were surprising. Within 1 week, he slept 6 hours straight without any medicine or change in water intake. He said, "I just moved my habits to the right time and my body gave me back deep rest." So, dear friend, this is not about giving up your favorite foods. It is about understanding when your body can handle them best. With just a few small shifts, your nights can become peaceful again and your mornings more joyful. Sometimes a good night's sleep is not only about what you eat or drink, it is also about how you move, rest, and breathe. Your body after 60 has different needs. And when we listen to those needs with care, small changes in your daily routine can bring peaceful nights without medicine. Let us begin with morning movement, one of the most gentle and powerful habits. As we grow older, fluid tends to collect quietly in our legs throughout the day. It may not always be visible, but it is there, especially if we sit or lie down for long hours. And at night, when you finally lie down to rest, this fluid starts traveling upward, reaching the heart and kidneys. This movement increases urine production just when the body wants to be still. That is why a short walk after sunrise, even just 10 minutes near your balcony or garden, can help. Stretch your arms, move your ankles, walk slowly but regularly. This tells your body to release the excess water earlier so that your kidneys do not have to work while you sleep. Now, let us talk about sleeping position. Many elders sleep on their back with one high pillow under their neck and sometimes even a heavy mattress. But this posture can place pressure on the bladder and slow digestion. Doctors today recommend something much softer sleep on your left side. Place a soft pillow under your head and one more between your knees. This position supports circulation, eases bladder pressure, and helps your belly relax. With time, this simple shift can reduce the number of times you wake up at night. Next is your sleep environment, something most elders overlook. We often believe that warmth means safety, so we cover ourselves in thick night clothes even in humid months. But overheating can cause sweating, which increases thirst, and that leads to more water at night. The kidneys respond to this by filtering more, which again wakes you up too early. So please try wearing light cotton clothes and keep the room airy. Use a fan or open a small window if the air feels stuffy. A thin bedsheet is better than a heavy blanket. Let your body stay cool so the bladder can stay calm. And finally, a beautiful habit that requires no effort, gentle breathing before sleep. Just sit on your bed, place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Breathe in slowly through the nose and exhale softly through the mouth. Do this for 5 minutes. It calms the nervous system and reduces false signals from the bladder. You may also gently massage your lower belly in a clockwise motion. This helps the abdominal area relax, especially if you often feel bloated or restless. Let me tell you about Shanta Maji from Kochi, age 74. She used to wake up twice every night, even when she had not drunk water after 7 p.m. She thought it was her bladder getting weaker. But when she began sleeping on her side, wearing softer clothes, and practicing deep breathing, everything changed. Within a week, she was sleeping without interruption. She told me, "It feels like my body has become my friend again." So, dear friend, the answer is not always in a tablet or a tonic. Sometimes your body simply needs a softer rhythm, a slower breath, a cooler room, a gentler sleep. Start with just one change tonight. You may be surprised by how deeply you rest. So, my dear elder, if there is one gentle truth from today's message, it is this: your body is still listening to you. It may not speak the way it did 30 years ago, but it still responds to small, caring changes. Whether it is shifting your water timing, changing how you sleep, or simply breathing with awareness, you still have the power to support your health in ways that are natural, peaceful, and deeply respectful of your age. These are not big changes. They are soft adjustments made with love, made with understanding, and made with the trust that your body will thank you in return. These tips are shared for general awareness. If you're facing any health challenges, be sure to check with your doctor before trying anything new. Each person is different, and your doctor will guide you best based on your individual needs. Now, I would love to know, what did you take away from this video? Did something resonate with your own life? If yes, please type hope in the comments, or simply type the number 1 if you found this video useful. If you feel it wasn't right for you, feel free to type 0 so I can learn how to improve for you next time. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel for more gentle and meaningful health guidance made especially for seniors in India. Click the bell icon so you never miss a video. And if you know someone, maybe a friend, cousin, or neighbor who wakes up at night, often please share this video with them. Sometimes a quiet tip can bring someone else the comfort they've been silently searching for. Until we meet again, I wish you a night full of calm and a morning full of light, like the first warm sunbeam touching your window. Take care. Namaste.